European car executives are in full panic mode. For decades, German engineering was the gold standard, Italian design was untouchable, and French innovation carried its own charm. But all of that prestige is collapsing faster than anyone predicted because Chinese manufacturers are selling cars that aren't just cheaper, they're better. One SUV that costs just 25,000 euros delivers the same performance as a Mercedes priced at 65,000 euros. Another Chinese brand has already sold more electric cars in Europe than BMW, Audi, and Volkswagen combined. And the most shocking part? Internal documents reveal European executives saw this coming 5 years ago and did nothing. Now, they're begging governments for protection, while Chinese brands quietly prepare to destroy a century of European automotive dominance. For generations, Europe built its empire on the promise of quality. You get what you pay for, dealers would say, while charging customers eye-watering prices. German sedans were marketed as precision machines, Italian cars as rolling pieces of art, and French vehicles as efficient city icons. Customers bought into the myth, but the numbers don't lie. In 2019, Chinese electric cars accounted for just 0.4% of European EV sales, a tiny fraction. By 2024, that figure jumped to more than 10%, and it's still climbing. That's exponential growth, not a slow rise. And it's not limited to EVs. Chinese manufacturers are already preparing combustion engine vehicles to crush European models across every price segment. Executives knew the danger. Leaked internal emails show them calling the Chinese invasion an existential threat. They warned their boards that millions of jobs were at risk, yet the industry doubled down on premium pricing and slow innovation. The arrogance was fatal. But what really terrifies them isn't the sales charts, it's the uncomfortable. For years, European brands have relied on planned obsolescence, designing cars that need costly maintenance and fail just after the warranty expires. Meanwhile, Chinese manufacturers invested heavily in genuine innovation, building products to last. The result? Cars that outperform European rivals while costing dramatically less. Take the BYD Atto 3. Priced at 38,000 euros, it delivers features and performance that would easily cost 65,000 euros from BMW or Mercedes. It uses the same cutting-edge battery technology as Tesla, but undercuts comparable German EVs by more than 20,000 euros. While BMW charges an extra 5,000 euros for basic driver assistance features, BYD includes advanced autonomous driving capabilities as standard. The gap isn't small, it's embarrassing. Leaked BMW memos describe the Atto 3 as a direct threat to our premium positioning. Translation: they can no longer justify charging luxury prices when a rival offers the same or better technology at nearly half the cost. And here's the kicker. The Atto 3 is built in BYD's Hungarian factory, using many of the same suppliers European brands rely on. So when German dealers whisper about inferior Chinese quality, they're hiding a dirty secret. Their own cars already use Chinese-made components. The hypocrisy is staggering. But if SUVs are under siege, Europe's beloved luxury sedans, for Mercedes, the luxury sedan was supposed to remain untouchable. But then came the Nio ET7. Starting at 69,000 euros, it outperforms the 95,000 euros Mercedes EQS in nearly every measurable way. The ET7 accelerates from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 3.8 seconds, compared to the EQS's sluggish 6.4. It integrates an advanced AI assistant that makes Mercedes's MBUX system feel outdated and clunky. And perhaps most devastating of all, Nio's battery swap technology allows drivers to replace a depleted battery in 3 minutes at automated stations across Europe. While EQS owners wait hours for charging, ET7 drivers are already back on the road. This isn't future tech, it's already operational. Mercedes spent billions developing slower charging infrastructure, while Nio leapfrogged the problem entirely. Leaked internal communications from Mercedes, revealed during litigation, admit the painful truth. The ET7's technology cannot currently be matched. Executives openly describe Nio's integration of software, autonomous driving, and manufacturing quality as technologically superior to their own flagship. That's more than embarrassing. It's existential. And if Mercedes thought this humiliation was confined to luxury sedans, the reality is even worse. Even Europe's bread and butter compact cars. Meet the MG4, an electric hatchback starting at just 29,990 euros. To the casual observer, it looks like another city-friendly EV, but to Volkswagen, it's a nightmare. Here's why. VW charges 42,000 euros for a basic ID.3 that comes with minimal features. The MG4 undercuts it by 12,000 euros while offering better equipment, more space, and superior efficiency. Customers see the difference instantly. Leaked Volkswagen strategy documents describe the MG4 as a fundamental threat to our pricing architecture. And that's the point. European brands built their empires on inflated prices and artificial scarcity. The MG4 destroys that illusion with honest pricing and real value. The myths about European craftsmanship collapse under scrutiny too. MG4 seconds are built in highly automated Chinese factories with stricter quality control than many European plants. Early owners report fewer problems than ID.3 drivers, better charging reliability, and software that actually works. Volkswagen dealers across Europe admit losing up to 30% of ID.3 sales directly to MG4 competition. And the warranty tells the story. MG offers 7 years of coverage, while VW sticks to the bare minimum, knowing their cars won't hold up. But if small hatchbacks are in trouble, Europe's most prized brand BMW has always built its reputation on driving pleasure and cutting-edge engineering. But the XPeng P7 is tearing that myth apart. Starting at 47,900 euros, the P7 delivers autonomous driving technology BMW can't match at any price. While BMW's driver assistance systems require constant correction and cost thousands extra, XPeng system actually works reliably on real European roads. And it comes standard. Leaked internal BMW assessments acknowledge the uncomfortable reality. XPeng's software integration is significantly more advanced than our current capabilities. The build quality isn't far behind either. Sit in a P7 and you'll find interior materials and finishings that equal or even exceed BMW's premium offerings, all at 25,000 euros less. BMW's luxury positioning is exposed as little more than marketing spin. Even dealers are panicking. Training materials reveal sales staff are instructed to actively discourage customers from test driving the P7. Why? Because direct comparison destroys BMW's value proposition. And while XPeng offers transparent service, fair pricing, and hassle-free updates delivered wirelessly, BMW forces customers into expensive dealer visits and charges extra for basic software features. But BMW isn't the only one being exposed. For decades, European luxury brands thrived on an illusion that premium features cost thousands extra. The Great Wall Aura 03 just shattered that myth. Starting at 35,000 euros, this car delivers features that Mercedes and BMW would happily charge 60,000 euros or more for. Ambient lighting that costs 3,000 euros extra on a Mercedes. Standard. A premium audio system that BMW sells for 4,000 euros included. Leaked Mercedes documents even admit the Aura 03 poses a fundamental challenge to luxury market segmentation. Because once customers realize they've been paying for artificially restricted features, the luxury model collapses. The Aura 03's build quality matches German premium standards, with better paint finishes and more durable interiors. And its infotainment system? Faster, smoother, and far more intuitive than Europe's notoriously clunky MBUX and iDrive systems. The cost of ownership seals the deal. Average annual service costs? Just 280 euros. Compare that to 1,200 euros or more for Mercedes. That's not just competition, it's exposure. And if luxury brands thought they could protect their most profitable segment performance cars, they're about to be Sports sedans are BMW's kingdom. Or at least, they used to be. Because the BYD Seal just delivered a knockout blow. At 47,000 euros, the Seal accelerates from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 3.8 seconds faster than the BMW M340i, which costs at least 65,000 euros. Internal BMW test data, leaked during legal proceedings, confirms the painful truth. The Seal consistently outperforms their combustion sedans across acceleration, handling, and efficiency. And while BMW deliberately locks performance tiers behind software upgrades and costly packages, BYD delivers full capability up front. No tricks, no artificial restrictions. Even reliability is on BYD's side. Early Seal owners report virtually zero major issues, while German performance cars are notorious for expensive breakdowns by design. Planned obsolescence is a business strategy in Munich and Stuttgart. In Shenzhen, it's not. Warranty coverage reflects this confidence. BYD offers comprehensive protection, while European performance brands limit warranties because they know their cars will fail. Customers are catching on, and BMW M Series sales are plummeting. But the biggest threat isn't in sedans or hatchbacks. It's in the segment Europe thought it owned forever: luxury SUV. Enter the Nio ES8, a 7-seat luxury SUV priced at 64,000 euros. On paper, it competes with the Mercedes EQS SUV, which starts at more than 120,000 euros. But in practice, it annihilates it. The ES8 delivers superior autonomous driving, more advanced connectivity, and more reliable systems. Internal Volkswagen Group documents admit the painful truth. The ES8 demonstrates capabilities we cannot currently achieve. That's Europe's largest automaker conceding defeat. NIO's battery swap infrastructure is already operational, solving the charging problem Europe has spent billions failing to fix. Manufacturing transparency reveals higher quality standards in NIO's Norwegian assembly than in many German factories. And while European luxury brands hide cost-cutting and outsource assembly to cheaper regions, NIO openly communicates its processes. Performance? The ES8 accelerates faster, uses energy more efficiently, and offers more interior space and comfort than vehicles costing twice as much. But perhaps the most devastating blow comes from philosophy. NIO prioritizes customer satisfaction with fair pricing and straightforward service. European brands? They deliberately design complexity, inflate costs, and manipulate customers with artificial scarcity. Sales data tells the story. Wherever NIO launches, what we're witnessing isn't just competition, it's the end of an era. For over a century, European automakers built their empires on inflated prices, restricted technology, and the myth of engineering superiority. But Chinese manufacturers invested in innovation, transparency, and value. And now, Europe's response reveals everything. Instead of improving products, they're begging for tariffs. Instead of competing, they're spreading propaganda about inferior quality. But tariffs are nothing more than an admission of defeat. Healthy industries compete, dying industries hide behind governments. Meanwhile, Chinese automakers are building factories in Europe, offering better wages and conditions than many local employers. Workers are shifting loyalty, and customers are waking up. The technology gap is only going to widen because Chinese investment in research and development already surpasses Europe's by billions. This isn't a temporary wave, it's the future. And the most important truth, the transformation is irreversible. European propaganda can't hide the reality forever. Customers are experiencing Chinese cars firsthand, and once you've seen the difference, there's no going back. The window for affordable, superior Chinese cars may close if tariffs rise, but the market shift has already begun. The age of European dominance is over. So if you thought the story of German engineering and European luxury would last forever, think again. Hit that subscribe button for more investigations into the global auto industry, and don't miss our next video where we reveal the shocking reasons European governments are scrambling to block Chinese success. What they're